I just got to say hats off to Tulane. I'm just,
That's true.
I got to say, everyone here is older than the teenager knows that life's all about opportunities. And when you're given an opportunity and you seize that moment, that's what a winner does. A winner, regardless of the situation, you see that entry into a chance to be successful and you take it. That's what winning is. And it looks like, although I'm really happy with the culture turnaround that Trojans have, you got a veteran, wily coach. TBM told us all about Willie Fritz. You got a guy that had his team ready. It looked like USC was dominating the game the entire time. They let him stay in the game. They kept the door open. They got a couple opportunities and handed it to Tulane. They took them. They won the game.
They did, and Tulane played great. I mean, anybody who watches this show and watches our Pac-12 shows know we've been on the Tulane bandwagon all year. In fact, some of us have been on the Tulane bandwagon since last year. So, certainly not a pleasant ending.
Yeah, I have to credit our friend Chris from the Pac-12 show. He was, like Tim said, he's been crediting Willie Fritz. I didn't even know who Willie Fritz was. I knew who Tulane was. And congratulations to Tulane for winning their first major bowl game in 83 years. So if we're going to go down in flames like our defense, might as well give it to Tulane. I'm happy for New Orleans. I'm happy for the AAC. I'm happy for the USC haters. It's fantastic. You know what? Because we lost. We lost the game. And I'm happy for a team like Tulane because remember the Titans. Remember the Tulane Green Wave that crashed down and drowned USC's hopes of winning a Cotton Bowl in god-darn Jerryville, Texas. That's why I go to Texas, because bad things happen in Texas. And I'm going to get
it in Texas.
Okay, I got all my friends behind here. My wife.
This is LBC.
Okay, I jinxed us. I cracked open the arrogant bastard with a quarter to go and said, game over. And I text you guys that. So, hey, if anybody wants to blame the loss, it's on this arrogant bastard because I cracked open the beer a quarter too early. So I'll take the loss. I'll take the L. I'm a loser. LBC, loser.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, with a few minutes left in the game, nobody. I can't imagine what the ESPN predictor was until the Keystone Cops episode happened. Dropping the ball on the kickoff at the 1 yard line. If you looked at his face, he knew right away. They showed that shot. They came back and they came right back to him. Literally, the only thing the dude couldn't do was do that.
The only thing he couldn't do.
He didn't even have to catch the ball. Just let it go into the end zone. And then when they got the ball, you couldn't get out of the end zone. They ran it again. I mean, we can second guess all the play calling all we want. I am not ever going to second guess the play calling from Lincoln Riley. But I have to say that the wheels really came off fast. And all the momentum USC had through this whole season, one game does not define a team. They had it going, but I think Riley put it best when he was very clear when he was asked a question. And he says, well, I think years from now, we're going to look back on this, and this is going to be the least talented USC team we had. And that showed up today in tackling.
But it did. But like you said,
I can't believe all year long this tackling has been going on and it hasn't been addressed. So I have to believe that we have some guys on this team that are incapable of tackling. And I'm hoping with this new recruiting class and some people coming in. I'll tell you one thing also. Sorry, let me jump back on this. One thing that pissed me off is I really hope Davis stays on this team. He's a kid from Modern Day, the linebacker, and he's number 9 on defense. He came in and made a couple great plays in the middle of the game, really when it was going back and forth, and helped get a good stop for USC. And he came in later again in the game, but man, I think he should have been starting the last couple of games, just the way I play alone. And I'm hoping he does not portal out of here saying, hey, with Tackett Curtis coming in, these guys are disrespecting me. Whenever I get a chance, I'm doing well, but then they pull me out. I really hope we're able to hold on him because I do think that he's going to be special in the future.
And again, like we said, hats off to Tulane. I mean, Tulane beat Kansas State, who are the Big 12 champions this year, at the beginning of the season, and they beat USC at the end of the season, and they rolled through the AAC throughout the season.
John Delane. Who's this guy? John Delane. I can't read it. Whoever you are, you got to realize. Look, man. DCs don't teach tackling. Let me repeat this again. The defensive coordinator, I'm not sure if you played high school or college or,
Probably not.
or Pop Warner. The defensive coordinator does not teach tackling. You want me to repeat that, John? The defensive coordinator does not teach tackling. Their DCs called position coaches, and they're the ones that teach tackling.
And I got news for you. The tackling that didn't happen throughout the whole season, this was not new. This is part of personnel replacement. This is where Tackett Curtis is going to come in and be a beast next year. This is where a lot of those recruits, a lot of those transfers that they've been rolling in, they know that they have to beef up the defense. So, kudos again, but and guys, we want to dwell. It's kind of like when they blew it to Utah. Like, you want to dwell on what USC did wrong, but like, again, I hate to take anything away from Tulane, who had the most historic turnaround. USC had a phenomenal turnaround, but Tulane just had the most historical turnaround in the history of college football. And I don't want to take anything away from them, because this is a day for Green Wave to celebrate.
Hell yeah. Tulane stepped up, right? It wasn't USC that stumbled. It was Tulane that stuffed them in the end zone, got that safety. It was Tulane with one timeout and they got a sack and a couple fourth down conversions that willed their team to get into the end zone. That is not a fluke. Those guys played their asses off, and when it counted, again, they saw the opportunity, they seized it, and they kicked our ass.